All right, this is the extended reading for Scorpio, October 2022. I'm squeezing the last couple of drops out of October that may be left in there. I don't even know. We gonna see though. All right, I'm opening this up with singles and your love interest. Singles and the love interest. Person Scorpio is interested in the most. Let's see how this person's feeling. That's what the first thing that I want to see. How are they feeling? If you'd like to find the information on scheduling personal readings, please look in the description box of this video. There's the Chariot there. Could be a Cancer for some of you. Two more. Six of Wands, Hierophant. Yep, this person's into you. For those of you that came to this reading wondering whether or not your crush is into you too, I would say yes. They're a little bit afraid to open up and show it though, because they can't really read you. They can't really read you. I do feel like this person does have some self-confidence issues with the Emperor reverse. Could be an Aries for some of you. And they do have their options open though. They do. They do have their options open. They are into you with the Page of Cups here, but I don't think that they're just like into you and only you. Kind of feels to me like maybe they have a DM full of other people. You know, it's like pretty much they'll take whatever comes their way, if that makes sense, you know? But at the end of the day, I don't feel like they have bad intentions, because they do want commitment. But they, like most people out there, feel like that they just have to go searching and shopping for people in order to find long-term commitment, you know? So I don't think it's coming from a bad place. I don't know. This person's very independent as well, or at least wants to appear to be independent. Okay. I'd say they're into you, though. Let's see if they're going to take any action towards you. Is this person going to take any action towards Scorpio? Are they taking any actions? Are they taking any actions? Whoa, whoa. The Four of Wands. Hang on. Four Coins reversed. Ace of Cups. Yeah, probably. More than likely. I feel like whenever they feel like they're waiting for the right opportunity, whenever they feel like there's a green light, because it kind of feels like they have an idea that you're into them. They can kind of tell, but you're, like I said, you're a little bit deep and mysterious, so sometimes you're a little bit hard to read. But after a certain point, whenever they're pretty well convinced that you're giving them the green light, more than likely, Four of Wands, Ace of Cups, I kind of feel like they eventually will. They eventually will. Lover's card reversed, though. Six of Wands reversed. So, why the Lover's reversed? What's going on here? Ah, yeah, see, Five of Cups. Okay. So, I don't know how to word this. Because it's not just... Usually what comes through is the person is hurt still from a past person. And while they may be, that's not what I think this is. I do think, though, that they are pretty much comparing you and anybody else to the last person that hurt them. So they don't really know how to communicate with you on a vibrational level, if that makes any sense. So it's making it really hard for the two of you to connect, because it's kind of awkward. Does that make any sense? I hope I didn't just get confusing on you there. But yeah, they don't have the most positive outlook on love. They're kind of jaded. They're a little bit jaded. So I think they're a little bit afraid too. But, you know, isn't everybody to one degree or another? All right, we're going to jump straight into the advice. Straight into the advice. What's the advice? Thank you for the super chat, Sierra Claire. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. What's the advice? Page of Cups reversed. Okay, so let them come forward to you. Let them come forward to you. Okay. Be sure you are emotionally independent. Emotional independence with this person is going to be very important because, like I said, I don't think that they even know how to handle their own emotions. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to take a little bit of patience with this person. I know I say that all the time, but it is for real. Don't let this affect other areas of your life. Don't let being frustrated over this connection affect your work life. If this is starting to affect your work life or your finances, get yourself in order, okay? Get yourself in order. Don't be afraid of opening up and being vulnerable with this person, okay? And let them open up on their own terms, okay? Don't be demanding. Don't demand that they do things the way you want them to. Don't demand that they connect with you on an emotional level because you want them to. Accept this person for who they are. Let them know that you accept them for who they are. And let them be themselves. And they will open up to you on their own terms. And if you allow somebody to open up on their own terms, that is when you start laying a very solid foundation. If they feel safe to be themselves around you without being judged, that's how you start laying a solid foundation. Okay? All right, let's look at the current person. Let's look at the current person. If you're not experiencing problems, issues, or concerns with somebody who's currently a part of your life, this is not for you. Page of Swords. Is somebody a little bit immature? Is this person maybe a lot younger than you? I just kind of feel like somebody here communicates immaturely. Immature communication. Queen of Cups reversed. Fool card reversed. Tower card reversed. Okay. So very immature communication. I don't see this crashing and burning all at once, but I do see this connection slowly dying between the two of you. And I think it has to do with communication. I think it really has to do with communication. I feel like the two of you speak a different love language. The two of you speak a completely different love language. Ooh, the Nine of Swords, though. Nine of Swords. Yeah, you all just don't connect. You all just don't really connect. And when two people come together who speak a different love language, that's not the end-all, be-all. The problem is both people expect the other person to learn their love language, you know? If me and you speak a different love language, my number one priority is I'm going to take it upon myself to learn yours. I'm not going to be sitting back demanding that you learn mine. I'm going to be the change that I want to see. I want to learn yours. You know what I mean? Does it make sense? So usually what you have is two people pointing the finger at each other. Well, you aren't learning my love language. But it's like, well, you aren't learning theirs either. So what the fuck are you going to bitch at them for, you know? So I don't know who it is that's not learning the other person's love language, but I feel like you all speak a totally different love language. And it's getting to the point where it's almost like there feels like there's no connection left at all. It's getting there. It's getting there. Okay, well, let's see how this person feels about you. What are their true intentions? The Chariot. Four of Pentacles, see? They're not talking to anybody else, though. So for those of you who came to this reading wondering whether or not your person is seeing or talking to other people, the answer is no, I don't think so. I don't think so. They don't want to go anywhere. They don't want you to go anywhere. They really don't. They want happiness. This person wants happiness, but I feel like this person is actually very emotionally independent, meaning they don't turn to you to create happiness for them. that they are very much self-sufficient in their happiness and in their emotions, you know? Thank you, Becca, for that super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. But whatever issues you all have had in the past, whatever the last argument was you all got into, they're still rolling that through their head too. I don't think they move past, whenever you all have a disagreement or an argument, they don't just move past it and forget about it. They're the type of person that plays that shit in their head over and over and over and over, and they drive themselves nuts with it, you know? All right. What's the advice? What's the advice? Eight of Swords reversed. All right. Judgment, though. Okay, so don't walk away right away. The first thing we got to do, the only thing that you can do as an individual is treat them the way you want them to treat you with no expectations. Okay? It's really hard to do this because we always do this with a motive in mind. We always have some kind of, I'm only doing this because I want you to do it back to me. And we got to change our intentions. We got to be like, no, I'm treating you the way I want to be treated because that's the kind of person I am, And as long as you can say in your heart, with 100% conviction that that's what you're doing, that's all that matters. And if they aren't reciprocating, let's at least make it fair and have a conversation. This is how I treat you because this is the way I want you to treat me. Well, let's say, for example, this person's very emotionally independent and they're like, well, yeah, but I am treating you the way I want to be treated. Maybe the way I want to be treated and the way you want to be treated is two completely, totally different fucking things. Who's to say I'm not treating you the way I want to be treated? I am. The way I treat you is the way I want to be treated. I just think that maybe we want to be treated differently. Then at least have that conversation. And if the two of you can't see eye to eye, either accept them for who they are or bye-bye. One of the two. One of the two. Okay, well, that's just who you are. All right, I love you and I accept that. Either that or, okay, well, we ain't seeing eye to eye, so time to go. Deuces. Bye. All right. Past person. Now we're looking at the past person. Let's see how the past person's feeling about Scorpio. How's the past person feeling? How's the past person feeling? Okay, they've been doing a lot of reflecting since the two of you separated. They know where they went wrong. They've gone through the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. They know what they did wrong, what they coulda, shoulda, woulda done better. So don't think that they've just moved on and forgotten about it. Ace of Wands. Okay. I still think that they're a little bit too proud, though, to actually apologize. Like, whatever they did wrong, they know what they did wrong. They know. And they've been dealing with that themselves, but they're too proud to apologize to you. So it doesn't really look to me like this person is making any effort or attempt to extinguish the flames. They're letting the tower burn to the ground, if you know what I mean. They do have unanswered questions and unfinished business, though. They do. But this kind of looks to me like what they've been going through is a lot of inner reflecting. A lot of inner reflecting. But yeah, see, Strength card, they're holding back. They're too proud. They don't want to actually admit. They know what they did wrong, but they don't want to admit to it. They're working on that in here. I don't know why. Why not? Let me just see why not. A Chariot. Three of Swords reversed. Maybe they just don't really trust that you... They don't really trust that you will be a mature adult and just accept the apology. I don't know why they don't trust that. I don't know. Maybe they're just afraid that you will take that as, an opportunity to have power over them, maybe. I don't know why they feel that way. I don't know why. Let's see if they're ever going to take any kind of action. Let's see. Six of Swords reversed. Hang on. Six of Cups. King of Cups reversed. No, not really, but they're planning. I feel like they're holding a space in their heart for a day in the future where the two of you could possibly reconnect. They're planning for that day. They're like planning how they would want it to go, what they would want to say to you, this, that, and the third, the whole nine. But I don't see them actually taking action. They're just planning. Just at the unlikely situation where the two of you bump into each other at the grocery store, they have a script written out in their head of exactly what they would want to say to you, but they're not actually planning to take action to make anything like that happen. What's the advice? What's the advice? Best advice. Judgment reverse, though. Okay. Sometimes, you know what? When we have unanswered questions and unfinished business, most of the time, we already know the answer to the question. We already know the answer. We just don't accept it. I could think of, in my journey, 98% of the unanswered questions and unfinished business that kept me awake at night, driving me crazy, I knew the answer. I just wasn't willing to accept it. Sometimes, people just really are that shitty. They just really are. Sometimes, you're overthinking them and giving them more credit than they deserve. I'm guilty of that. Oh man, I used to overthink the hell out of some idiots that didn't really deserve the credit that I was giving them. It's like, they're not that complex. There's not that much of a process going behind what they did. It's not really deep. There's no conspiracy. They're not planning this. It's just, they really are just that dumb and that selfish. And they really just give that little of a fuck about you. Sad, So some of those unanswered questions that are driving you nuts, think to yourself, do you really know the answer? And I think a lot of you do. You know the answer to the question. It's really that simple. And sometimes you just have to accept it, I get it, man, I know. I totally get it, dude, I know. It can drive you nuts. How could you be so stupid? Good question. I don't know. How could they? How could somebody be so selfish? Good fucking question. I don't know. How could they? Good question. But they just are, That's just is what it is. All right. New person. New person. Oh, hang on. All right. New person. How's the energy looking between Scorpio and the new person? Uh-oh, Three of Swords. What's going on there, man? What's the dealio, Emilio? Could be a Libra for some of you. Hangman, Strength card. Okay. So was there a third party? Or is there somebody else you're still in love with? I feel like you're secretly still in love with the past person. If it's not you, maybe it's them. Somebody here is secretly still in love with somebody in the past. Very secretly. And I don't think you're 100% committed to this. you are still open to other options, aren't you? This feels like you, man. I can't help it. I can't help it. I guess these could go both ways, so if that's not you, then don't worry about it. But it feels like you. At first glance, that feels like your energy. Straight up. There's a lot of potential here. But for some strange reason, I don't know if you're just paranoid or I don't know. I don't know why. What's going on here? What's the deal with this? Okay. Well, we have Taurus, Aries, and Leo here. Could be a Leo for some of you. All right. Well, let's see how they feel about this. What are their intentions? What do they want with you? Fool card, man. They're ready to jump into this head first, man. They're ready to jump in head first. Oh, they're nervous though. Yeah. They can feel something's off with you. They can feel that something's off. They want long-term commitment, but maybe they feel like really nervous, like they need to prove themselves to you. Or maybe they feel like they're competing with an ex. They're competing to live up to your ex, maybe? I don't know. I don't know where they're getting this from, but they have some kind of complex. They have some kind of complex. Are they? Do they feel like, for some of you, I know this isn't everybody, and I hate getting too specific, but it kind of feels like for some of you, they are nervous because they want to live up to and surpass and be better than your ex, if that makes sense. You know? Okay. Yeah, they don't want this to come to an end, but they're nervous. Death card, Tower card, reverse, Nine of Swords. Look, Two of Wands, Two of Swords. Two of Wands, Two of Swords. All right. Let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. Oh, the Knight of Wands. So I wouldn't, if this, yeah, see Chariot. If this is naturally wanting to take off and move fast, let it. Let it. Yeah, there's a lot of potential here. A whole lot. A whole lot. Don't forget, don't let a new connection distract you from your healing that you need to do, okay? If you have any baggage that you're carrying from the past, any closure you need to get your closure, do your healing, slam the door shut on the past, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody out there is in a new connection with somebody but is secretly still in love with a past person, hoping that a past person's coming back, that energy is almost asking to sabotage the connection. We've all done it, man. I've done it. And even if you keep your mouth shut and you never even mention this person's name, the universe isn't stupid. You are still carrying all that past energy on your bag like Santa's fucking bag of presents. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, it will manifest between the two of you. So just do your healing, do whatever work you need to do, get closure with whoever you need to get closure with. You know, don't let a new connection distract you from that. Don't do that, okay? All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio friends needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this reading here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. I'm eternally grateful for all the love, support, and positive feedback you guys show me every single time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to look in the description of this video if you would like to find information on how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.